Welcome to another JournalNow.com high school football video coaches clipboard edition. I'm Joe Serrera, joined again this week by East Forsyth Eagles head coach Todd Willert. Todd, thank you again for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always good to speak with you.
Well, last week when we were speaking, you said you needed to get your team's passing game going. So Jalen Rayner throws for over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, 5 of them to Keyshawn Brown. Mission accomplished?
Yeah, obviously Q brings a whole different dynamic to our offense. I think it brought some confidence to Jalen, obviously, but it just opens up so many other things. And, just good, but we got to keep this rolling. Obviously, playing a team like Reagan, we got to have as much offensive firepower as we possibly can.
A 59-7 win over South Iredell. Were you satisfied with the rest of your team's play in that game, besides obviously Jalen and Q?
Yeah, very happy. Obviously, we got to take care of some of these penalty issues that we have, especially holding on offense. Defensively, I think we only had 2 bad series, so pretty good there. One of those were my fault because I was the one who did the illegal substitution. That was on me. And kind of kept the drive going because of that. So I got to do better there. But overall, very happy. Was happy with the Ridge Wisnet, who came and I think he had 6 kickoffs for touchbacks, which was great to have. So overall, very pleased. We made strides to get better. That was a 3-0 team that had been beaten up on a bunch of teams. And, our guys answered the bell, and we're going to have another big challenge this Friday.
Yeah, it sounds like with Ridge doing that well and what happened with Jalen and Q, that 2 of the areas that maybe were a little concerned, special teams and the passing game, having that week off going into that game, it seems like it really did pay some dividends there.
Yeah, my assistant coaches, I sit down and I tell them some things I think we need to work on. And once again, like I said, I don't do much. I do substitution, and obviously I'm not very good at that because I got us that penalty. But they do a great job, and the coaches did a great job of answering my requests. And, we just got to keep on rolling. Like I tell our guys, we never stay the same. You're either getting better or worse every day, and we've been getting better, and we got to continue to get better.
Well, you mentioned it earlier this week. You guys go to Pathtown to face a Reagan team. Their only loss was 40-34 to a pretty good Grimsley team on the road. Did you have to remind your guys that Reagan was the only team to beat your team during the regular season last year, or was that pretty clear and a motivator for them?
Yeah, they kind of know. I mean, Forsyth County, everybody knows everybody. Yeah. Everybody's related. Everybody goes to the same church. So you don't have to say things like that. Our kids know we're locked and loaded. We understand that this is opening conference too. One of our goals is get home field advantage in the playoffs. And to do that, you got to win your conference. And so we understand the big picture. We're entering phase 2. I know JP Monday hates my phases that I always say, but we are in phase 2. We did great.
Your phases are better than his phases.
But, big challenge ahead of us, but our kids are ready. They're focused. They understand what happened last year. So we'll be ready to go.
What do you see from this year's Reagan team? Obviously, most of that massive offensive line is back, but that's not all, is it?
No, they're very good on defense. I think their defense is getting a little over. Obviously, when you got some dudes on that offensive line, I think the defense is not talked about as much, and their defense flies around. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a Grimsley defense, how they kind of attack you and go after you. They try to make you make mistakes. So we got to try to slow that down. And offensively, they're using 2 quarterbacks. Which at times can cause you some problems because you got to, kind of prepare for 2 different guys. But I think Coach Beal and Coach Wicker, our defensive guys, and Coach Crawford have kind of gotten kind of a handle on that. But you never know. They had a bye week, and Josh, he'll come up with some crazy stuff. He'll probably come out with 1 center and 9 receivers or something. Who knows?
What does your team need to do Friday night over there to come away with the win and set the tone for conference play?
It's simple. We just can't have the penalties. I really feel good about our chances, but not if it's 1st and 20 or it's 1st and 25 or 2nd and 25. We've been able to get by on these first 3 teams, but when you play someone like Reagan, you can't get by. You know, if you get behind the chains or off schedule like that, you're in trouble. And we got to somehow slow down that run game.
Mhm.
You know, obviously, they like to run the ball. And I don't know if you can stop it. So that's why I say we got to try to slow that down a little bit. But we definitely cannot have the penalties against a good team like Reagan.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't give them extra chances, and you can't make it harder on your guys than is necessary. That's going to be the place to be in Forsyth County Friday night at Reagan for your game with the Raiders. Anyone who wants to see a good football game, doesn't have rooting interest in another game, be there. See this coach, Todd Willert, and his East Forsyth Eagles against the Reagan Raiders. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us as always.
Hey, it's always great, man. Appreciate it. Go Eagles.